Palm oil. It is a remarkable substance. You might find it in your breakfast cereal. It could be in the soap you use each morning. It is even present in the fuel that powers some vehicles. This versatile oil comes from the fruit of the oil palm tree. These trees thrive in warm, tropical climates. They are a common sight across Southeast Asia, Africa, and parts of South America. The world relies heavily on this oil. It is a key ingredient in countless products we use every day, often without us even realizing its presence. Its journey from a tropical tree to our homes is truly fascinating. The oil palm tree is quite extraordinary. It is a generous plant. It produces more oil per hectare of land than any other major oilseed crop. This makes it very efficient. Think of sunflowers or soybeans. The oil palm can yield up to 10 times more oil from the same area of land. This incredible productivity is one reason why it has become so popular. It helps to meet the growing global demand for vegetable oils. Many countries depend on palm oil for their economies. It provides income for millions of people, from small farmers to large plantation workers. The story of palm oil is deeply connected to human needs. As populations grow, so does the need for food and other goods. Palm oil helps satisfy these needs. Its properties make it very useful. It has a long shelf life. It remains stable at high temperatures, which is good for cooking. It can create smooth textures in foods like chocolate and ice cream. It also acts as a natural preservative. Because of these qualities, it is difficult to replace with other oils on such a large scale. Its influence is truly global, touching lives in almost every corner of the earth. The economic impact of palm oil is truly significant. For nations like Indonesia and Malaysia, it is a major export. It brings in vital revenue. This revenue can be used to build infrastructure. It can fund schools and hospitals. The industry creates millions of jobs. These jobs support families and communities. However, this global demand also brings challenges. We must consider how this valuable resource is produced. The story of palm oil is not just about its uses. It is also about how we can manage its production responsibly for the future of our planet. The life of an oil palm tree is a continuous cycle of growth and production. These trees can grow very tall, sometimes reaching heights of over 20 meters. They produce large, heavy bunches of fruit. These are called fresh fruit bunches, or FFBs. Each bunch can weigh anywhere from 10 to 25 kilograms. Sometimes they can be even heavier. A single bunch contains hundreds, even thousands of small, reddish-orange fruits. It is from these individual fruits that the precious palm oil is extracted. The trees produce fruit all year round, ensuring a constant supply. Harvesting these fruit bunches is a demanding task. It requires skill, strength, and precision. Harvesters must first identify which bunches are ripe. Ripe fruits have a deep orange-red color. Some loose fruits may have fallen to the ground beneath the tree. This is another sign of ripeness. If harvested too early, the oil content will be low. If harvested too late, the quality of the oil can suffer. Experienced harvesters develop a keen eye for spotting the perfect moment to collect the fruit. They understand the tree's rhythms and signs. The tools used for harvesting depend on the height of the palm tree. For younger, shorter trees, a sharp curved tool called a chisel or a Malaysian knife is used. This is attached to a short pole. The harvester uses it to cut the stalk of the fruit bunch. For taller trees, a much longer pole is needed. This pole can extend up to 12 meters or more. It has a very sharp sickle, like a crescent moon blade, attached to its end. The harvester carefully maneuvers this long pole to sever the heavy bunch from high up in the canopy. It is a job that requires great care to avoid injury. Once the fruit bunch is cut, it falls to the ground with a thud. The harvesters then collect these bunches. Sometimes they also gather any loose fruits that have scattered. These loose fruits are particularly rich in oil. The work is often done in teams. Some members focus on cutting, while others collect and transport the bunches to a collection point within the plantation. This teamwork ensures the process is efficient. Timeliness is crucial. The fresh fruit bunches must be transported to the oil mill as quickly as possible. This is because the quality of the oil begins to change soon after harvesting. Once the fresh fruit bunches are harvested, their journey to the oil mill begins. This journey is a critical part of the palm oil production process. The clock starts ticking the moment the fruit is cut from the tree. Enzymes within the fruit begin to break down the oil. This increases what is known as free fatty acid, or FFA levels. High FFA levels reduce the quality of the crude palm oil. Therefore, the aim is always to get the fruit to the mill, ideally within 24 to 48 hours of harvesting. Any delay can lead to significant losses in oil quality and quantity. Transporting the heavy fruit bunches from the plantation can be quite a challenge. Plantations are often vast. The terrain can be uneven, hilly, or even swampy. In many smaller traditional farms, the initial transport might be manual. Harvesters may carry the bunches on their shoulders or use wheelbarrows. Sometimes buffaloes or oxen are used to pull carts laden with fruit. These methods are suited to smaller scales and difficult terrains where vehicles cannot easily pass. The dedication of these workers, often under the hot tropical sun, is remarkable. They ensure the fruit begins its vital journey. On larger plantations, more mechanized transport systems are common. Networks of roads or tracks crisscross the estate. Small lorries, tractors with trailers, or even miniature railway systems are used. These vehicles can carry much larger quantities of fruit. They move the bunches from various collection points within the plantation to a central ramp. Here, the fruit is loaded onto bigger trucks for the journey to the mill. However, even with mechanization, challenges remain. Heavy rains can make plantation roads muddy and impassable. Breakdowns can cause costly delays. Efficient logistics are absolutely key. The final leg of the journey is from the plantation's edge to the oil mill itself. These mills are often strategically located. They are situated to serve several plantations in an area. Large trucks, sometimes carrying many tons of fruit, make their way along public roads. The condition of these roads can vary. This can affect transportation times. The goal is always the same: deliver the fresh fruit bunches to the mill quickly and safely. At the mill, the fruit will be weighed and checked for quality. Then the process of extracting the valuable palm oil can finally begin, transforming nature's bounty into a global commodity. The story of palm oil is not without its shadows. The high demand for this versatile oil has, in some regions, led to serious environmental concerns. One major issue has been deforestation. Forests, rich in biodiversity, have sometimes been cleared to make way for new oil palm plantations. This can lead to the loss of habitat for many unique species. Animals like orangutans, tigers, and elephants have felt the impact. The clearing of peatland forests is also a concern. These lands store vast amounts of carbon. When drained and cleared, they release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. Recognizing these challenges, the palm oil industry, along with governments and conservation groups, has begun to take action. There is a growing movement towards sustainable palm oil production. This means producing palm oil in a way that minimizes negative impacts on the environment and respects social standards. One of the most well-known initiatives is the Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil, or RSPO. The RSPO sets criteria for certified sustainable palm oil. This includes commitments to no deforestation, conserving biodiversity, and fair treatment of workers. Many companies are now committed to sourcing certified sustainable palm oil. Sustainable practices on palm oil plantations are becoming more common. These include zero burning policies. In the past, fire was sometimes used to clear land, but this releases smoke and carbon. Today, land is cleared mechanically or through other methods. Companies are also setting aside areas of forest within their plantations as conservation zones. These areas help to protect wildlife and maintain biodiversity. There is also a focus on improving yields from existing plantation land. This means producing more oil from the same area, reducing the need to expand into new forest areas. Water management and reducing greenhouse gas emissions from mill operations are also key. The journey towards a fully sustainable palm oil industry is ongoing. It requires commitment from everyone involved. This includes producers, governments, companies that use palm oil, and even consumers. By choosing products made with certified sustainable palm oil, consumers can play a part. Palm oil itself remains an incredibly important crop. Its high yield means it can meet global demand for vegetable oil more efficiently than other crops. The challenge is to ensure its production supports both people and the planet. The future of palm oil lies in balancing human needs with the delicate health of our natural world, a balance we must strive to achieve.